Hello, hello, everyone, and welcome to Losers Become Winners. Big surprise today. The Tigers, who have been lagging behind the Alphas for about a week or maybe more, have just zoomed past the Alphas with XLP opening and closing to 117%. Let's go look at that chart. And there it is. Wow. Now, I don't understand. I'm going to tell you the truth. I always tell you the truth, but this is really like we got in here at $1.35. So now I'm going to change my notes here to bring this up to date. And we're also going to change the out. Why? Because we have hit our over our 100 ROI rule, and the 100 ROI rule is going to put the stop right there at last bar low. And last bar low makes it a 62.40. Now, what happened? I don't know, but you know what? I am not going to get into the trading gods. I'm just going to go with the flow, as they said in Cars. Remember, Mr. Hippie says, go with the flow. That's what we're doing here. We're just going with the flow. So our stop, which is right down here, now gets moved up to 62.40. Bingo. Right there. There it is. There's going to be our stop. If this turns around tomorrow and hits here, and we're at 498 profit with 409 owed. That's a beautiful. We're going to have a retiree. Yeah, I love it. We're gonna get ourselves a retiree here and get Mr. Red Sweater up on the screen. I noticed you guys. I'm watching. Every time I post up the background with the red sweater guy laughing all the way to the bank, you guys click on and watch more. Yeah, you want to know about these winner exits. I totally agree. So that said, there isn't any else going on. We do have another pending order here. We're going to have to check it out, see how that's going later. Let's go over to the alphas. And the alphas are going to go like, what? The tiny tigers, who's a smaller account, just punch back past alpha. And here's alpha. Hey, not surprised. We have XLV at 25. Cool. Let's go look at that chart. All right. Oh, nice gap here. Now, this is not a, this here is a pro gap. This is what they call a pro gap. This here is a amateur gap. Now, why is it an amateur gap? Because it's already going with the trend, which means the public is jumping into the bandwagon. And here's the danger with that. The danger is that the portfolio managers are watching this. They're watching it. And remember, their rule, once an equity gets over 20%, 15% plus, between 15% plus and 25% plus, they'll start looking to taking the money off the table. Remember, marketing is like playing poker. Seriously, the difference is you don't have to show your cards. All you have to do is, excuse me, when to pull the money off the pull the money out of the pot. Well, that said, okay, so we have 25%, but now we have to decide what are we going to do for a exit to protect that 25%. They're at $97. What is showing for going only for 242. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to this little marker right there. See how that dip comes down? This is the day. Remember, I told you this is the day traders play. Day traders will do this. They'll get in this trade somewhere in here. They'll get in this trade somewhere in here and then go here. They'll wait for this to happen. They'll get the trade in here and then they'll do their low here. And then when they get that low, they're going to go there. So we're going to do a similar, but we're doing the swing trade group. So I see the stop is going to be at 98. Oh my goodness, I keep forgetting numbers quickly. 98.80. So we'll come here to our alert, and we'll come here to our alert and change this to 98.80. Now, alerts aren't the greatest way of doing this. I'll tell you why. When this is triggered, that alert's going to disappear. I have some people who don't like using alerts. What they'll use the price level. That's what they'll do. You'll use price level because price level will not disappear on them. So we can go ahead and do a price level just to do the have both art have it in its, and we're going to change that to our, oh, look at that, so close, 98.80, and change it to green. Why green? Just tell me that I'm in profit. We are in the profit zone. Exactly that. So we'll be looking to see about getting out. And once we hit over 30%, we are going to be going to the last bar low to hold on to whatever we can get to reduce. Remember, the motto here is losers become winners, big rocks become pebbles, pebbles become profit. So, I changed my notes. Got to change my notes here. Let's go ahead and bring that up to date. This is the way you're doing your call your trade journal. You're, doing your trade journal. Yeah, but the only problem with a trade journal, it's paper. And when it's paper, it gets mixed up. Unless you have a sheet for each of your positions, it becomes a little pain in the neck. And then after the trade's done, why bother going back and moving forward? So I like to do my trade journal on the screen. That's it. You see it right there? And I write notes everywhere. Then I'm going to come here. I'm going to change the order ticket. This is the other thing. Remember, I mentioned before to the new people. This is where you're going to lose most of your money if you're not careful. Absolutely not careful. So here we go with the trade ticket. We're going to a conditional order. This is what is called a conditional order. It's known as order rules. We come down here. We'll change this to 98.80. Go ahead and save it. Get ready for the confirmation. Wrap it up. Send it here. And send it. Done. And that wraps it up today for the winners and losers. Losers become winners. And we got other guys in play. Zillow just joined the team just recently. They're down at 1. Not too bad. Let me rearrange this. So I always like to put my winner at the top. So it shows off there. There's the option codes and the expiration and the call and strike price. So that really is the wrap up for today for the winners and losers. Losers become winners. And with XLP closing at 117% in one day. One day it opened this morning and boom, bada bing, we're there. Now we're going to go for the last bar low and catch that profit. Well, thank you for tuning in. Happy weekend to everybody. And thank you all for the good wishes. And hey, tune in for Monday. Let's see what happens next. Happy weekend. Bye-bye.